Hi, I'm Ryan Fraser, and I teach Bible and pastoral counseling at Frieda Hardeman University and also serve as the preacher for the Bethel Springs Church of Christ. It's a blessing to get to spend a few moments with you today thinking about some important topics. And the topic that I would like to do a little three-part series on is this concept of peace, hope, and contentment. It seems these days that in the midst of a worldwide COVID pandemic, wildfires out west, hurricanes on the coast, political upheaval, and economic struggles, that these ideas, these concepts of peace, hope, and contentment are difficult to come by. Our calmness and serenity has all but evaporated, and if you're like me, you generally like for your life and your routine to be consistent, to be predictable, and to be peaceful. But at the moment, this is simply not the case. In fact, nothing can be further from that reality in our society. Many, if not most of us at the moment, feel rather unsettled, unsafe, and unstable, and our sense of peace, safety, stability, and security has quickly eroded, all but evaporated and disintegrated, because we long for a time of stability, a time of normalcy once again in our lives. And we desperately hope for things to go back to the way they were. I've thought a great deal during these times about peace, hope, and contentment, and how these concepts are linked to each other. They're inextricably intertwined, and they're deeply rooted in our relationship with Jesus Christ. And so, as we talk about these concepts, I'm not speaking about them as the world understands them, but as the Bible describes these concepts to us. Peace, for example, the Greek word is eirene, and so anyone by the name of Irene is named after peace. But peace is not acquired through the sheltering from storms or the absence of problems and hardships, but rather by our faithful recognition of the presence of God, His abiding, loving presence despite the circumstances surrounding us. So peace is not the absence of storms, but peace is the presence of God. In Philippians chapter 4 and verse 4 through 7, some of my favorite verses in the New Testament, it says this, Philippians 4, 4 through 7. Rejoice in the Lord always. Again, I will say rejoice. Let your reasonableness be known to everyone. The Lord is at hand. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. As we think about this idea of a peace that surpasses understanding, a peace that is beyond human comprehension, a peace that is deeply rooted in Christ, we've got to understand that this peace is not a peace of human making or a peace that's secured through human wisdom or human effort. It's a peace that's rooted in our understanding of who God is, His unchangeable nature, and the promises that He has made for us. That we can approach His throne of grace night or day, knowing that no matter what happens, He is still in control. Peace preserves us. Peace protects us. And peace prepares us for the storms that still lie ahead, and beyond the storms, for the life that we can have in Christ, a life that will be culminated someday in heaven with Him. I hope that this week you will have a peace that surpasses understanding.